Hello viewers, how are you? I am Dr. Smartha, and this particular TV show is for Nutrabytes with me, that is Dr. Smartha. I am a chairman of Interlink Consultancy. Last 36 years we have been in consultancy, and we are the pioneering consultancy in India. We had 4 or 5 consultancies like Tata Consultancy, Kirloskar Consultancy, etc. Today, 2 of us are remaining, that is Tata Consultancy and ourselves. So you can imagine the heritage of ours. Similarly, we do a lot of work with 91 consultants of ours to allow companies, brands to come in India, also get into, let's say, transformation, and then also empowerment. Because I firmly believe that empowerment of people, those who are doing it, is very important along with the kind of strategic and other inputs. We are in basically pharmaceutical, nutraceutical, wellness. This is the kind of domain we are in. And I'm very happy and also to really look forward to meet with Miguel, who is Director and CEO of Qualitas Health. He has done a lot of work in terms of getting into disruptions, getting into areas of work, and his favorite in terms of algae. I would really welcome Miguel to this show. Miguel, welcome you. I welcome you for this show.
Thank you very much,
right.
Dr. Martha. Thank you very much.
I think, Miguel, am I pronouncing correctly?
Yes, perfect.
Yeah. So Qualitas is known basically for omega-3 supplements. And how did you really identify that you should go into algae-based protein products, and why only protein? Why not other substances? Because there could be many substances. So just to start the dialogue with you, let me ask you this question.
So first of all, what we do is way beyond omega-3. We are growing a very particular algae called Nanochloropsis, which is a very unique strain. We grow it in deserts using no arable land, salt water, and the sun as our main source of energy. We consume CO2 and we release oxygen. So we do it on a very sustainable way in order to produce something very unique. It is a very unique omega-3. We are the only ones producing EPA only at scale. And we are also the only ones producing an omega-3 in a polar lipid form, which is, it has phospholipids and glycolipids, which means we have the highest absorption omega-3 in the planet. Once you remove the oil from that amazing algae, what is left is basically protein. And our protein is also very special because it contains all the essential amino acids, more essential amino acids than egg and whey, and more and more branch chain amino acids than egg and whey. So instead of being an alternative protein, we have what I consider the top of the food chain in terms of proteins.
True. No, it's been coming up very fast in terms of people asking plant-based proteins. So plant-based proteins and algae related or based on algae, how will you, is the same, different in your opinion?
So algae is a plant, and I've been growing vegetables all my life. I used to grow over 350,000 tons of vegetables a year. So I know vegetables a little bit. And this is also a vegetable. This is a combination of conventional extensive farming and the latest biotechnology. We have the best scientists in order to grow something that nobody has been able to grow at scale the way we do it, and to get products that nobody has been able to bring to market before. We have also a patent until 2033. So we have something unique that nobody else have been able to do. And also we are particularly well protected in order to do that. Our goal is to bring sustainable food solutions for everyone and our planet. That is the purpose of our company. So basically we are starting in India with our omega-3s. We are really excited about bringing these plant-based omega-3s, but beyond plant-based or beyond the sustainability, we have to say that they are the best omega-3s available in the market, and the only omega-3 only available in the only EPA omega-3 available in the market.
True, very true. In fact, looking at the kind of, let's say, from the algae, we're really looking at this particular product as a protein supplement. And considering that giving EPA or all other ingredients in terms of this, how the entire, let's say, process came up, and you really found it difficult, you really find it easy, or was it there any, I would say, apprehensions as well as chances, opportunities? How did you, this journey, how did you take it up?
So let me break this down into two different processes. One is the omega-3 and one is the protein, right?
No, right.
Yeah. So first of all, we are the first ones doing this. So it was challenging because we really had to create all the way. We had to use technology, we had to invent and create technologies with our team, but also we were able to partner and learn from other industries and apply those technologies to our own company. So the main challenge has been that we were not able to copy anybody because nobody had been able to do this before, meaning from the growth of the algae itself, the harvesting, the extraction, and then the purification and the conversion into our omega-20, which is the product we are bringing to India. And then on the protein side, same thing. It is a very unique algae. It is very small, and it has very particular needs in order to properly extract that protein that we've been able to do and we've been able to learn. But the learning process has been intense and intellectually really exciting and rewarding, but certainly challenging.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Now, another challenge, I think I could see that from your all, let's say, kind of information which I received, that how did you and when did you build up this massive 5,000 US outlets to cater to the consumers? What are your learnings there? What exactly, is it now one of your assets to really cater to the consumers?
Can you repeat the question again? Sorry.
The question is very, how and when? Because this is also another feature I look at it from the business point of view, that how and when did you really build massive 5,000 US outlets in US, 5,000 outlets to cater to consumers, which could be your major main asset or whatever it is. What are the learnings of this developing this outlets?
So we have a very a clear omni-channel vision in the company. We started selling into the retail, and we realized that we have a product that is very unique. There's a need in the customers for high absorption omega-3, something which is plant-based. People are looking for full traceability because they don't trust other origins. So because we are vertically integrated, we can guarantee that traceability and also the sustainability piece. We bring all that, and we created a brand called Iwi. We've been very well accepted in some of the main retailers of the US. But interestingly enough, we also started our online business in 2019. Okay. And right. That really took off early 2020, especially during the pandemic, that many people didn't want to leave their homes, and they couldn't in some places because of the lockdown. It's been phenomenal. We built this online platform, and thankfully we are growing exponentially month over month.
Oh, very, very good. Now, I think from the point of view of craze, which is plant-based proteins, is becoming a more craze. Also in India, now, as you are introducing in India omega-3, not the plant-based or algae-based proteins, that's not an agenda for India at the moment.
So because of the company, we've been evolving from a very small company, and we are now scaling up and growing. We really had to focus on what we had to do. We had limited resources, limited people. And until 2020, we've been laser focused on the omega-3. We were developing the protein in the side, but now starting 2021, we are now industrializing our protein process. We are just going through the regulatory process, and our protein will be available in the market in 2022, both in the United States, hopefully the European Union, and certainly in India.
Sure.
But just one comment to our protein. Our protein is not a commodity. It's not a protein that comes to compete with pea protein or other proteins. The beauty of our protein is It is very unique. It has very high solubility, um, because of the amount of total essential amino acids and branch chain amino acids. It's the perfect product for sports nutrition,
Okay.
personalized nutrition, and adult nutrition. So it's going to have very specific uses, which are really needed, and I do believe it's all those categories are going to celebrate counting on a protein like our protein. And we are developing a line of products in order to satisfy those customer needs, some of them just by ourselves, in other cases in collaboration with other companies. And hopefully you will see those products in India in 2022.
Which will also get into the clinical nutrition along with personalized nutrition. What will be the thought process there?
So
could be in hospitals, could be in many places.
yeah, so all our products, starting from the omega-3, one of the things that we've done since day one has been investing on science. So we have very strong clinical studies because we really want to differentiate ourselves from any other. And we have, on the omega-3, we have clinical studies showing the high absorption, much higher than fish oil and krill oil, at least 2.3 times more than fish oil, and at least 75% more than krill oil, or 65 to 70 more than krill oil. Then we have a double-blind placebo showing a significant decrease in total cholesterol, significant decrease in VLDL, which is one of the bad cholesterols, significant improvement on liver function, significant increase on the omega-3 index, obviously, and significant increase in mood. So we have our omega-3, it's a very scientifically backed product. So we really go to the Indian market with a lot of support from science and clinical studies. And we are now doing in the process to do the same with our protein. And the answer is yes. So we will be, as I said, when we talk about personalized nutrition and adult nutrition, there will be part for, you know, the mainstream to the main consumer, but there will be products more specific for,
Right.
you know, special
Specific usages. Usages will be
for
different.
special
Personalized
nutrition,
usages.
both in
Right.
hospitals or in homes, you know, related to adult nutrition and personalized nutrition.
You have spoken twice about sustainability. So is there anything you do for sustainability? Because that's a kind of important issue when you really launch a business or do the business. Anything do you do as a management or as a thought process on sustainability?
So sustainability is one of our reasons to exist, right? When I was running the conventional vegetable business, one of the main challenges we had was finding more arable land, more fresh water in order to continue expanding. We are going from 7.8 billion people to 10 billion people. In India, you know that very well because you have a massive population, and always food security and water security is one of the main challenges and thoughts that our governments have, and in India government in particular, right? So the big question is, how are we going to feed those 10 billion people within the next 30 years? Because we are growing extremely fast. The answer is doing more with less and using resources that otherwise would not be utilized. In our case, we grow our vegetable, our algae, our jewel of the crown, if I may. We grow it using very unique resources. We grow it in places that otherwise nothing else could grow. We go to deserts. We have one farm in the desert of Texas and another farm in the desert of New Mexico. And we grow that algae using non-arable land. We use salt water. So our aquifers are brackish water aquifers. And not because that water is not going to be used for something else, it's not important. For us, everything is important, and we want to maximize the use of every resource. So we reuse over 98% of the water we harvest over and over again. So our technology allows us to do that.
Reusable.
Yes, exactly.
Reusable
The only
water,
water we
right.
use, the only water we lose is the water that goes in evaporation, right? The rest we just purify. We have a microfiltration technology, and in addition to harvest, we basically purify that water so we can use it over and over again. So sustainability is one of the pillars of our company and one of the reasons for us to exist.
I think wonderful. I must say hats off to you, because I think in desert you are doing this. I think it's a really remarkable, admirable thing. Now,
So
all
another thing, sorry to just to
yeah,
finish.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
But for us, sustainability is not just about the planet, it's also about the humans. So what we
Yes.
do is we create these farm units in the middle of nowhere, creating jobs in rural communities. So we are basically democratizing farming, because we are bringing farming to places in the world where they could not even dream about that. And we are creating jobs in the middle of nowhere, and we are bringing food and life to remote places, right? So that's beautiful.
See, as honorable really thought, and also you're doing it. That's very important, implementing it. Now, all such technological or the kind of arduous thing you have done, funding becomes a difficult. So how do you really raise funding? And also, I hear that you got good funding recently. So what is their do's and don'ts? Suppose we look at it to learn from you, from funding point of view.
So basically, the only thing I can say is we've been lucky to find people who really believed in our project, in our vision, and in our purpose. But that is just one part. You really need to have a serious business plan with deliverables. You need to be able to deliver what you promise. And in order to do that, you need to have a very strong team. People do not invest just in ideas. People invest in people. And having the right team, we have a multidisciplinary team, an amazing group of professionals, which to me is an honor to work with every day. And in my opinion, that's the most important thing, because in a company, no matter what business plan you present, there's going to be hiccups and there's going to be challenges. Like COVID, who knew that COVID was going to show up, right?
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
but it really depends on the team and the strategy, how to overcome those problems. And if you have the right team, you can turn some of those challenges into opportunities, similar to what we did, for example, with our direct to consumer approach. We it was something cooking, and we just decided to just dedicate most of our resources to that, and thankfully we've been able to be successful. So the only thing is, in my opinion, in these new technologies, science is very important. Clinical studies and being professional on that aspect is critical.
Sure.
But having a business plan and having the best team you can afford, and even when you cannot even afford it, that's key in order to. But not just for new business. That's key for every business, right?
I,
But our business is not different. So that's the only thing.
having, having said this business asset, do you think talent and the team becomes more important and valuable in this business for sustainable business or even funding? So your team is very important, science is important, the processes are important. So all that is more important really towards funding. Also, those who look at the funding, similarly for sustainability, both ways, does it get connected?
Yeah, well, in my opinion, they are not different things, right? Everything is the same. Well, obviously, the science is very important and it's critical. We have something that nobody else have, but our team has been able to extract, if I may, the best of it, and being able to commercialize the part of our technology that is really covering a customer need. So that's very important. And it's about the team identifying those customer needs and create and develop the right product to meet or exceed those customer expectations. So technology is critical, but also the use of that technology is critical. Now, sustainability is the wrap that needs to be around, right? If we are really conscious and we really want to do something we believe in, we do this for our families, we do this for our customers, we do this for our kids, for our world, right? So doing this on a sustainable way for us is a given, right? It's not something that, so for us, it's core of our business. You cannot separate one from the other. This is not a business that it is great and then we chose to make it sustainable. It is a holistic approach.
Totality, holistic way. Aye.
It is the technology that allows us to satisfy our customer needs on a very unique way, with technology that nobody has been able to see before, and in a very sustainable way.
also not replicable. Possibly that's an entry barrier for others to really be like you.
So it's funny that you mentioned that. I mean, this is an algae that is available to everybody. So Nanochloropsis is an algae that you can find in the North Atlantic Ocean and or sea, and you can find it everywhere. But nobody has been able to grow nano at scale. So that's the first barrier. There's also a significant investment required. But in addition to that, we have a composition of matter patent until 2033, which in the end, it makes difficult for anybody to enter this channel, right?
Good. I think so nice to talk to you. In fact, today we had in the morning national budget in India. And first pillar of our budget was health and wellness. That's a kind of infrastructure investment, the kind of nutritional investment, how nutrition is going to be the major stake in India. I think that's where next 5 years, there's going to be a lot of investment into this area. So I think India is a good country as you are thinking of getting into India. Perhaps I think this is the right time, timing wise. So I wish you all the success, Miguel.
I really appreciate your words. India for us is a very strategic country for many different reasons. One, it's the country in the world where more people are, vegan or vegetarians.
Yes.
Our products are not done for vegans. Our products are done for everyone, including vegans. So
Okay.
we create products for everyone, but India is a market for that. Then second, to me, India is a very dear country. I have very, very dear friends in this amazing country, and so I really want to be present here for many different reasons. And the third one, I do believe we can make an impact in some Indian communities, both on the farming side, but also on the product side, right? Our products can really make an impact on millions of families in terms of, cardiovascular inflammation in many different approaches. So we are really excited to get into the Indian market. We've done it by the hand of Nutrify India and with other partners that we are working, and we are super excited. 2021 is going to be an amazing year for us, and we are really proud and excited to be able to do it in India.
Welcome you. Welcome to India, right? So thank you for spending time with me. I hope it was really interactive and I liked it very much. I
Thank
think
you
it's
very
one of
much.
those. Thank you. Thank
I
you very
really
much.
appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You must have seen, my dear friends, how important is the different agenda, which is global and wholesome agenda for any organization to really become like Qualitas. Miguel has really summed up by saying, look, we are basically looking at democratizing let's say farming, creating jobs for people, and also main mantra which he has really given is sustainability, and sustainability in different dimensions, not only one dimension. You also must have heard him saying that clearly how important is funding for this particular kind of inventions, interventions, and rightly doing so, he has applied all the principles of management, getting into the way he would like to do the business, and also is coming to India. So we welcome in India. Thank you very much. See you next.